Welcome back again, and this time we are going to drive John's beautiful rotated built motor 2007 Hawkeye Subaru STI, 34,000 original miles. So this car initially came in for a retune with Junior Tuned, but John ended up doing a couple other goodies, which we'll talk about later. Now, if you are looking to do any sort of tuning, we do offer multiple tuners in-house. We also offer OTS and e-tuning through our website, circuitdemon.com. If you like these videos, if you like us, you like me, like to support us, I would appreciate that. Let's talk about this car. This is John's 2007 WRX STI Hawkeye sedan. This car was built at Prime Motoring in New Jersey. So they did a full motor swap. It's the IAG Magnum long block when it used to be called that. I think now it's the 950. This is a Precision 6466 Gen 2. It's a PT 6466 Gen 2. I'm not sure what the hot side is. It's got the IAG Drag AOS system that takes place of the battery and a whole these 2000cc injectors. It also has the Corsa Veloce intake manifold. I think it has a custom rotated kit. Car rips, it made just over 750. It was like 770 on our dyno. And our dyno does read a little bit low, so it should be probably right around 800 horsepower. I love this car before you even drive it. If you guys don't know, you should. I actually have a 2007 STI. We converted it to a Blaubein in the front. This car just brings me like nostalgic vibes. I'm feeling very at home. I'm feeling very mid-20s me. Yeah, let's go for a drive. The exhaust is actually an APS. It's a company that's out of Australia. I believe they closed like a couple years ago, so it's actually pretty rare to see their parts. I had an APS blow-off valve and something else on like a previous Subaru I had. So it's cool to see their parts. It sounds good. It does drone a bit. I'm actually curious if it's still factory exhaust hangers because sometimes that'll help it out. But yeah, when the car came to us, having some issues, startup, stalling. So we did have Junior retune the car, and then on top of that, we sent the injectors out to get cleaned. Junior's suspicion was that they had gotten corroded because they had ethanol sitting in them for over a year. So we sent them out to Injector Dynamics. One of them was leaking a little bit, so it let out like extra fuel. We ended up sourcing a used set because they don't make this size injector and we didn't want to retune it again. That had just been cleaned and flow tested from Injector Dynamics. As far as the suspension components, when the car came to us, it was totally stock suspension. We ended up doing a set of Cygnus X1 comfort coilovers. We also did a full suite of white line parts. So we did white line front and rear sway bars, sway bar mounts, end links on the front and rear. And we also did the strut tower bars in the front and rear and the white line roll center correction kit. Cygnus coilover are made, the components are Fortunato. So this car is actually set up a lot like mine. Mine was, I should say. Before, when we drove it, just to diagnose it a little bit, a lot of body roll because of the power. When you would get on the car, there was a lot, even just like the motion feels a lot more planted with the suspension upgrades. Obviously Junior did a great job tuning it. Delivery feels great. Even with like shifting, like there's really no lag in between shifts. It's really just down low to get the turbo going. But yeah, this car is a ripper. This thing's super fun. I think John's gonna have a lot of fun with it. As far as the rest of the car goes, I like it's very like sleeper-esque. It's very tastefully modded. I think the upgrades that he did are well-rounded, and I think Prime did a great job with the car. I think the color, like that shocker yellow green that he has in the calipers, I did see he has like a bunch of emblems in the trunk that same color, so I'm assuming he's kind of going with that. We did just put the Rally Armor mud flaps in that same color on there. So yeah, I think the car, it looks great. Cool to see like a fairly stock looking Hawkeye have so much done under the hood. Jiminy Cricket. See Jordan holding on for dear life, the camera. We were actually doing like a final test on the car before John picks it up tonight. We've had the car for probably about 3 or 4 weeks. Part of that was just waiting for the components to come in, the suspension. getting the tune. And then the big thing we want to make sure is that it was having like some stumbling issues at idle. Warm starts, cold, so just pretty much like anything low RPM or low load. Higher up, the cars always perform really well from my understanding, but we just want to make sure when he picks it up is exactly what he needs it to be. It's kind of funny, I was thinking about this this morning. I was finishing the alignment on the car and then we were getting ready to drive it. I was like, it's a 2007 and we drove the R33 the other day, and even though that car is like 15 years older, I don't have like any attachment to it. There's no ties, there's no like nostalgia in the sense of like I've been here before. This reminds me of a certain period of my life, or like, you know, a lot of people buy cars that they dreamed of growing up. Typically they had like a connection with it, and I think with this car it's like I had this car, like this was my car. I still have it, but it's a lot different. But like this is what I got to do and drove every day for over a decade. And I think for me it's like really cool that even though I still have the car and it's made changes through the years and it never made this much power, it's really cool for me to sit in the same seat and feel like a totally different feeling while still having like a very strong physical and emotional connection, I guess. I don't know. It's cool. I feel at home. I feel comfortable in this car. I feel really good. We are back from our drive, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. Like I said, a lot of nostalgia, a lot of feels for me personally. This car was an absolute treat to work on, so I want to thank John for bringing the car out. I want to thank Junior for getting it tuned up, and yeah, I'm hoping to do more of these. If you have a car like this, or you want to look and perform like this, maybe it's stock, maybe it's a little modded so far, we definitely want to help you out with that. If you check out our website, circuitdemon.com, or call in, stop in. We have tuners here. Kevin could get you all set up, get you all Junior tuned up, whatever you're into. We do all sorts of installs and parts as well, so let us know how we can make your car a little bit more like this one. We'll talk to you next time.